What's up, guys? Excalibur here. This is gonna be my weekend update. Nothing that much to look into. Just look at a couple tickers. But definitely gonna be playing things day by day. But has a lot of things. Is the bottom end. A lot of things. People think we go lower. We hit on tech. We hit about 8%. So not a full correction. We're kind of there. I think that's a pretty solid correction. The last one was 8.3, 8.9. I mean, pretty solid. This one was a lot smaller, 3.81. But of course, it all is news based on unemployment, based on what the government's doing, based on tapering. So one little news could turn us in a whole different direction. But tech, we're getting a little downtrend break. We still need to push this anchored VWAPs. We're getting there though. We had a good day Friday. Hopefully that wasn't just a dead cat bounce. I think Monday will continue. Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will kind of like chop around. Unless there's going to be a complete direction in the market. But I don't think there's going to be. You can tell there's going to be a lot of sector rotation. Small caps are starting to come in. You can tell the Russell has done absolutely like gone sideways all year, and we are squeezing right now. So I'm gonna start looking at some small caps. Definitely fun to play, definitely dangerous to play too. But we are, things are starting to move away from tech and that because they're all overpriced. We're still gonna have this little broadening. Move that down. I can move it down. Broadening 427 on SPY. So let's watch 427 on SPY. It's definitely a key area. But we still have like the same downtrend on ES and on SPY. Of course, they're the same. It's 427, 427.23 is where it bounced. QQQ had that downtrend break. Just need to continue back up. Of course, you play both ways. You can tell stocks that are getting money taken out. mRNA, BNTX, all these stocks that, I mean, this thing's pushed for, how long has this thing pushed? And then eventually, money's just being taken out of there, and now there's no point of buying it here. People bought it down here. They're not going to buy it up here. BNTX, just wait for these to drop the prices where people want to buy them. This right here could be a good spot right here. 210, but just watch that. Just go down the list of my normal stocks I play. Apple, we had a good bounce of 141. I thought we would go below 145. I'm still holding Apple long term. It's always a good thing to hold long term. But I really don't want to get into this until we get past this anchored VWAP from this all-time high right here at about 147. And that means the bulls will have taken it over. Airbnb has been really nice. I have alert right here for the inside week. I had an inside week where we made a good move. I consolidated. I don't know if we can make a good move good move back up. We're still holding all these anchored VWAPs. So this has been a nice stock. It was beaten down way down here from 130. It used to be 216. Hopefully we can make another push just like CRM where we could almost push those all-time highs. Autodesk kind of fell off. Affirm, we had this great move. I'm still big on Affirm long. We're still holding this retest of this downtrend right here. We're just, we had this downtrend break, this huge push, and then we just kind of felt like we wanted to push again, but the market bought it down, and now we're just consolidating. So we might need to make a little move. I mean, this is a good price right here. I mean, obviously everyone bought it here, push it back up with the news. They want to buy here. Definitely over 120. We could definitely push towards this 130. I'm just keeping an eye on it. Inside week, I think it was a double inside day. 1, 2, yeah, double inside day. So this thing's been consolidating for a couple days. So keep your eyes on that. AMD. I really like AMD. Seems like we had a really good push. Of course, the market bought it down, so that's definitely stocks you want to look into when the market rebounds. These stocks that got taken back down, eventually, they have the momentum to go back up. Definitely want to keep my eyes on AMD. I'm into it long. Amazon, I have alert Amazon right here. It's gonna be entering this weekly demand zone right here, where bounced here, bounced there, bounced here. If it drops here, I'm definitely gonna watch it to bounce again. This is actually a nice head and shoulders. I don't think it's gonna go, but that's a nice little head and shoulders right there. Definitely, I'm alert there to watch for calls. See if we can get a little nice relief bounce, maybe a dead cat bounce up to here. Definitely could be a good play. BA. I like BA. This thing's been pushing. Remove all these. We still got this downtrend break. We tested once here. It broke out, but of course the market bought it down. And then of course Friday had a nice strong day. Definitely if it needs to hold like 220s, we should push. Looks pretty good. CRM actually had a same thing. Everything was the same thing. Market bought it all back down. This is an inside week. Definitely watching that. DraftKings, I entered 2 different plays. We just had this bounce right off it. This support zone right here. We originally had a nice push, kind of cool off, and then the support. Penn's going, Wynn's going, all these other stocks. Hopefully DraftKings will go with it. I thought I had a drink in here. Facebook I like. The only main reason I like is this monthly candle is ugly. And going back to history, you had this one. And it was just a consolidation, and then look at that move after those consolidations. So, I mean, if you go long on Facebook and you don't have an issue, go January, you have a month here, and then look at that move. Bank. This one, or look at that move after that one red candle, a huge red candle. But then, other than that, there's, you had COVID right here, but other than that, that's it. No, COVID was right here. I feel like this candle's almost looks more uglier than that COVID candle. And that's the sole reason I like it. Google made this bounce here. I'm waiting for this downtrend. Kind of right there. And that's what I'm waiting for on Google. Banks looked ugly. mRNA looked ugly. Microsoft had a really nice daily bounce. It kind of made back half of last week's sell-off. Kind of really good. MU, I'm still watching my eyes on this downtrend. We're just consolidating down here, nothing special, just watching. Netflix was this thing pushed really nicely. There's really no play in it right now because we are at all-time highs. You shouldn't be buying in at all-time highs. So definitely want to watch it come down a little bit. Kind of like test this area. Kind of set an ascending triangle, kind of, sort of, and hopefully break through. That's like the only play I see on Netflix because it's all-time high. You can day trade it, of course. Get in, get out, but you shouldn't really be buying stuff at all-time highs. Nvidia, not the best day Friday, still red. 1, 2, definitely keep those eyes. This uptrend, go like that. Let's just watch. I'm just watching Nvidia, a good intraday play on a bounce. Pins, right there. That's the only time I'll ever get pins. 44. Piton, I'm in long. Still waiting for this to come down to 80, 48 if it's going to come down. But we do have this nice downtrend right here that we could break. Now we can start pushing towards it. I'm surprised this is sold off as much as it has. This is usually a nice buy the dip. Like look at that, earnings dropped because of earnings, and look how that run up. PayPal not looking at QQQ. Roblox, I thought we would relief bounce out, but we are down. 73 was like a bounce right here, but Roblox is the only thing you could go January calls and just expect to average down kind of thing. Get 90s, 90s, 100s. That's the only thing you could do with Roblox. Roku, keep on watching Roku. The time is coming for Roku. It's just a matter of time. Snap I really like. Which is surprising. We got 75 calls. I mean, those would have finished in the money. It's kind of disappointing. Yeah, it took 75 calls. I was looking over to get that push over 75. It just never came. Kind of bounce, and we broke over. You can tell here's no triangle, broke out. Definitely needs to take this thing here, VWAP right here at 77 to actually push back up to all-time highs. Snow, I'm in a night's alert with you guys. Just holding on long. This thing could push. Actually had a good Thursday and a good Friday. No, not bad Thursday, not bad Friday. Really didn't sell those green on Monday. That's very interesting. Just a kind of a push this high, kind of come down good. This could be a nice cup, nice handle forming. I don't like playing those unless they're completely obvious, but we could just go like this, and that's my downtrend. Square has just been a little disappointing. I don't like these. I tried some new charting, wasn't a big fan of it. Like, very, very, very time consuming. But if we're able to hold like 236, we should go back up. But if not, we'll fall to, of course, take them off. And this is the daily support right here, so we can fall to 226. So if we break below 235, we're going back down. But with crypto going, we could see a nice relief from just square. Tesla's Tesla. I'm bearish to earnings in the month. At Tesla's just a good intraday. Get your money, get out. Twitter, I'm watching. Let's see if we could actually hold here. We should be able to push it back up to this daily resistance. If not, we're gonna fall down to this huge monthly support. UAA, we're up pretty nice. A lot of people bought that double bottom right there. And then, of course, this is just a flow play. It's very unusual, big money. I hope we can push that downtrend. You see 21, then 23. ATVI, I'm in. Nice overall play. I just want to show you guys FTFC full time frame continuity. So what I do on Trend Spider, there's the scan. It's when the daily price close is greater than the open. Same with the weekly, same with the monthly, and we're over the 50 EMA. So these are stocks that are above the 50 EM. Daily's green, weekly's green, and monthly's green. And of course, when that happens, usually your play is going to be green. I like to scan them every day, watch them. I mean, you can tell Uber, on the monthly. Of course, the monthly just started, so the monthly is going to be the same as, basically the same as the weekly, kind of, sort of. But definitely Uber over here. We should continue back up. I'm going to try to stay away from banks. SOM, if oil keeps pushing, this could wreak havoc if we're over 60, 65. I don't know where I charted that, or why I even charted 4 lines 40 cents apart. That's kind of funny. Let me just erase those. It must be super old. Yeah, we're definitely looking for right here. Push this all time, or push this little high, this little pivot right here, try to take it over. Kind of like a curve downtrend. Netflix was beautiful. CVX, another. And we could definitely right here. I'll push, and there's a lot of people, a lot of volume right here. Look at all this consolidation. So hopefully we don't push up here and sell off. Might be some bag holders up here. But yeah, I like to use that full time. Like I've been watching when the 3 EMA crosses the 14. And these are kind of like stocks that have been beaten down, and they kind of turn green. It's kind of very interesting. So I go to refresh EMA clouds. I turn on. Let's do 3 over 14. I'll show you those later. Go to Oracle. That 3 crossed up over 14. Huh, it's not showing that properly. Show EMA cloud 2, 3, 14. Okay. Let's just move on to the next one. D-Dog, of course. D-Dog, someone putting huge money on this one. You see right there, this cloud's starting to form. And like when these clouds form, like look at these moves on the daily, this cloud formed here and we made that move up. This cloud formed here and look at that move up. This cloud formed here, nice move up. ATVI was 1. That right here started to form. So that's one thing I liked it. I mean, you can tell when it starts. it makes a good move up. It's actually a pretty good indicator. I like it. Playboy flow has been very interesting. I've been just watching this. I mean, it starts here. Nice move. Definitely need to take that off and watch this pen. Definitely watching pen too. I guess the cloud just formed. I don't really see a cloud. I mean, look at the cloud formed here. And then look at that move up. Formed here. You still made a nice move. This is kind of an interesting form. So definitely, we broke this downtrend over 85. It's this really big pivot right here. We double tapped it. If we go over that, that'd be nice. Also, I sent you guys this. This is kind of like a stocks that were up, and you could look for a second day continuation on these. I just randomly found this off someone else's, so definitely keep these stocks for a second day continuation. GoGo, obviously, SunPower, MGM. So let's just look at MGM. MGM's gonna be going with. If we got MGM down here, we could have made a nice little move there. But MGM, what that is, it's kind of consolidating. If this thing got beaten down, but this is just going with sports betting. Airlines, yeah, because airlines are beating down UAL. So I was trying to cop. Cop could go with, I think, oil. Yeah, oil and gas. This thing has made a beautiful move. I saw flow on it, and I really didn't pay much attention to it. But I mean, like, look at the cloud. We went down here, we pushed up here. I'm starting to like this little 314 cross. MRK. I made the big mistake. Like the cloud was down here. I mean, look at that. Clouds down here forms. We'll go over what I did wrong with MRK. Is I should have just waited to get in, because from what I was reading, if you in a gap up, if your first candle is up, usually you're going to have a sell-off. And it just basically consolidated. Nothing special happened with Mark. I think overall, Mark's going to be really good. I mean, that was huge news. But you just had an initial push. And then a lot of people probably sold out bag holding when they bought way down there. Sold their contracts, sold their shares, bought back down there, waiting for it to come down, consolidate a little bit more, get to the price they want. But I think it was a downtrend break. I was waiting for it to go over 79 right here. That was just a mistake. These gap ups kind of tricked me. You're like, oh man, it's huge news. You want to get into it, you get into it. I chased it too. I even said I chased it. Just got into it. I'm definitely going to be watching it over this high. Probably like right there. We'll go A350. Let's go A350. Kind of a solid even number. Definitely if we continue to push there. And then I'll send you guys this too. Definitely if you're just like sitting and watching the first 15-20 minutes, which is really good to do. Go over here, check this heat map. We can hit energy right here. Search by index weight. ExxonMobil, this thing's up 3.36%. And you're like, oh wait, ExxonMobil's up, the highest weighting in that one that's up the most. We go to ExxonMobil and look at that move. So that's another good set. I mean, you can see on the 5-day right here, there's only one grain. 3 month, Tech's good. Year to date, everything's green. 5-year energy is bad. So, I mean, it's a good thing this updates. Really nice. Just definitely keep it on eye. Also, with TradingView, I learned right here. I never knew this was here. I learn things every day. That's the best part about the stock market. You're gonna learn every single day. Take that knowledge, decide if you want to use it or not use it. But right here we have this hot list. It's got exchanges volume gainers. So you can do change gainers, losers, percent range gainers. So highest percent. That'd be cool if we could do it by my watch list, but I guess not. Percent change gainers. What's the difference between a range and a change percent? I don't know. So I'm keeping this on watch. Volume gainers, percent change, so your highest percents, and then the gap gainers. So watch all the gap ups, and then you can do the gap downs. Definitely make some plays off of that. I never knew this was here. So this could be a nice little, you're just watching. CEI was the most with volume, probably because it's so cheap. Just had a good move up, and not just selling off. But that's pretty much gonna end it today. There's no good earnings this week. Play day by day, guys. If you're gonna swing weeklies, please be full profit. Last week was tough on a lot of people. Hopefully you guys are green. I barely finished green after one of my best trading weeks the previous week. Just couldn't predict stocks. Too much news, too much fluctuation, too much of this, too much of that. So sometimes it's just best to go in light, get your 10 to 20%, call it a day. That's my goal. But I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good rest of the week, rest of the Monday. Let's just kill it this week. Hopefully things are good. Have a good one.